This module will tackle complete plumbing and sanitary system application. Topic: we're going to discuss the incline or the slope. It is also defined as the gradient or fall. This is usually expressed as h, which is equivalent to the head in meters. Then you're going to divide L, which is actually the abbreviation for length in meters. So you're able to distinguish the inclination of the or the slope of the pipe. Inclination is also called grade, slope, or pitch. So you're going to utilize the Maguire rules. For an incline is for 1 in the distance of L. Example. So the first step that you need to perform is take the diameter of the drain to be laid. Then the second step is just to divide this by the constant, which is 2.5. Let us cite here an example. For a 100 millimeter drain pipe, so we get the diameter, so which is actually 100 millimeter diameter drain. Then we're going to divide the constant, which is 2.5, meaning the ratio here is 1:40. It is also equivalent to 1 divided by 40. All you need to do is just divide 1 divided by 40. The ratio is 0.025. So this incline 1:40 means that for every 40 meters length of the drain will fall over a distance of 1 meter. This will produce a self-cleansing velocity for all 100 millimeter drains. So the self-cleansing velocity is usually accepted as 1 meter per slope. So therefore, for a 150 millimeter drain pipe, we find, so first step is we just get the diameter of the drain, which is 150 millimeter, divided by the constant, which is 2.5. So it is equivalent to 1:60. Or just simply divide the proportion to 1 divided by 60 is equivalent to 0.0167. So from these ratios, simply dividing 40 into 1 can derive a multiplying factor. This will also give a factor of 0.25 millimeter drain pipe, and for 160 or 0.167 for a 150 millimeter drain pipe. Let us cite here another example. A 100 millimeter drain pipe is to be laid over a 10 meter distance. So you are required to calculate the total amount of fall. Using the multiplying factor, 0.025 times 10 meter is 0.25 meter, meaning this is actually the height of the pipe based on its gradient fall if it is 10 meters length. So another example here is example number 2. If you have a 150 millimeter drain pipe connecting a discharge tap to a manhole, is 20 meters length. So you are required to calculate the total fall of the drain pipe. The ratio here is 1:60. So it is equivalent to 0.0167. So the constant here, take note that it was discussed a while ago. That is why we are able to derive 0.167. So meaning you're just going to multiply here the 20 meters length of the pipe. We have a height which is 0.34, or it is equivalent to 334 millimeter. So this is actually the height of the 150 millimeter diameter drain pipe if its length is 20 meters. Going back to another problem. So this one has something to do with the steel pipe. The allowable tensile stress for a steel pipe is 750 psi. It is to be used to supply where hot water will be utilized with a working pressure of 300 psi. What schedule of the pipe should you specify? Formula N, or the number of schedule, equals to 100 P divided by S, where N is the schedule number, P is the service pressure in PSI, and S is the allowable tensile stress in PSI. Solution: N equals to 100 times 300 psi, then divide the allowable tensile stress, which is actually 750 psi. The schedule therefore is 40. So use schedule 40. Let us tackle rules as to workmanship and materials. All work must be performed in a thorough, workmanlike manner, and all materials used in any drainage or plumbing system or part thereof must be free from defects. Materials must be used in main, soil, waste, or vent pipe. Main, soil, waste, and vent pipe can be made of whatever local codes that allows it. Usually cast iron, steel, copper, or pipe, and plastic are actually used in domestic industrial use. What is the minimum size of a main vent pipe? The size of a main vent pipe must never be less than 3 inch in diameter, or it is equivalent to 75 millimeter. Where should a cleanout be placed? In a vertical waste or soil stack. A cleanout that is easily accessible should be installed at the base of each vertical waste or soil stack. Buildings must have soil and waste stack. Every building in which plumbing fixtures are installed shall have a soil and waste stack extending full size through the roof. Rules as to workmanship and materials. All work must be performed in a thorough workman-like manner, and all material used in any drainage or plumbing system or part thereof must be free from defects. Material must be used in main, soil, waste, or vent pipe. Main, soil, waste, and vent pipes can be made of whatever local codes allow, usually cast iron, steel, copper, or plastic. The minimum size of a main vent pipe. The size of a main vent pipe must never be less than 3 inches in diameter, or is equivalent to 75 millimeter. Where should the cleanout be placed in a vertical, waste, or soil stack? A cleanout that is easily accessible should be installed at the base of each vertical waste or soil stack. Buildings must have soil and waste stack. Every building in which plumbing fixtures are installed shall have soil and waste stack extending full size through the roof. So meaning this is now what we call the vent through roof or VTR. The required running diameter of traps for urinals, it is specified that it must be 1.5 inch in diameter as its minimum diameter. Joints required in vitrified clay pipes. Joints in vitrified clay sewer pipe should be firmly packed with oakum or hemp and shall be secured with cement, mortar, or asphalt compound at least 1 inch thick. How are water closets and pedestal urinals to be connected to soil and waste piping? Water closets and pedestal urinals should be connected by means of flanges, caulk to cast iron, soil pipe, flanges, wipe, or soldered to lead pipes. Flanges soldered to copper pipe, or if plastic pipe is permitted, PVC flanges cemented to plastic pipe. The rule for protection of soil or waste stacks, soil or waste stacks shall be installed inside the structure. Grade or slope is required in horizontal drainage piping. Horizontal drainage piping shall be run in practical alignment and at a uniform grade of at least 1/8 inch per foot for 4-inch pipe and larger, and 1/4 inch per foot for 3-inch pipe and smaller diameter. So this is the table for the drainage fixture unit that can be connected to building drain or building sewer. What is meant by fixture unit and how was this term derived? The unit system was formulated to test, conducted a number of years ago by a subcommittee on planning of the Building Code Committee under the Department of Commerce. Standard plumbing fixtures were installed and individually tested, and the amount of liquid waste which could be discharged through their outlet orifices in a given interval was carefully measured. During the test, it was found that the wash basin, which is one of the smaller plumbing fixture, would discharge waste in the amount of approximately 1.5 gallons of water per minute. Since 1 cubic feet contains 7.4805 gallons, it will be observed that this volume was so close to a cubic foot of water that the committee decided to establish it as the basis of the unit system and termed the discharge of the wash basin as one fixture unit. So therefore, one fixture unit represents approximately 1.5 gallons of water. The values in fixture units for common plumbing fixtures. Table is based on the rate of discharge from a wash basin or lavatory as the unit employed to determine the fixture equivalent. So this is the table for the fixture unit values. The fixture common for the plumbing fixtures as indicated in this table. The requirements for roof extension of soil and waste ducts. Roof extensions of soil and waste ducts or roof vent shall be run at full at least 1 foot above any roof pitch at an angle of 30 degrees or more from the horizontal. They shall be full size, at least 5 feet, where the roof is used for any purpose other than weather protection. If the roof terminal of any vent, soil, or waste pipe is within 10 feet of any door or window scuttle or air shaft, the terminal shall extend at least 3 feet above the opening. When soil, waste, or vent pipe are extended through the roof, they should be at least 3-inch. Pipes smaller than 3-inch should be provided with a proper increaser located just below the roof line. The minimum size soil stocks required for water closet. No water closet shall discharge into a stock less than 3-inch in diameter or is equivalent to 75 millimeter. So the table as shown here is the size of piping for branch and soil waste. So here I have highlighted that for the maximum number of fixture units permitted for 35 fixture unit, so meaning the diameter of the pipe is 3-inch as discussed here as the minimum requirement for the water closet for one water closet only. Why should the plumber and pipe fitter learn to make good isometric drawings? A good isometric drawing will show almost every fitting needed on a job. Plumber needs fixture rough in drawing. Roughing in drawing show where the water and waste opening must be roughed in, as well as the location of any necessary backing boards or other information in order for the fixtures to be connected properly when the job is finished. Other safety precautions. Plumbers and pipe fitters are often called on to work in areas where chemical such as acids, alkalis, or other materials are stored or used. In the event of an accident where acids, caustics, etc. come into contact with any part of the body, especially the eyes, immediately emergency measures are imperative. Chemistry laboratories or other facilities of this nature are required to have installed in an easily accessible area such as safety showers and eye washers for use of students or employees. Safety showers and eye washer are designed with pull chains and handles to enable an injured person temporarily blinded to grope for and turn on water at the shower or eye wash. The eye or face wash fixture is equipped with a quick opening, full stay open flow, ball valve, and supplying aerated water. Aerated water makes it possible to keep the eyes open longer for more effective dredging and dilution. The handle is large and easy to locate in an emergency. This is the table for the size of the pipes. The maximum number of fixture units that may be connected to the diameter of a pipe. So we have variable diameters, which is expressed actually in millimeter and in inches. Let's discuss the sample computation for septic tank. You are required to determine the size of a septic tank to serve 200 persons in a commercial establishment. Solution. Step number 1 is from the technical data of septic tank. So you're going to multiply 200 person times its multiplying factor, which is 5.057. It is equivalent to 11.40 cubic meter. We are going to assume in step 2 that the 1 meter width is equivalent to 100 persons. So therefore, if there are 200 persons, the width is already 2 meters wide. The maximum depth is 1.50 meters. So for step 3, how much is the length of the septic vault? Solve for the length, L, length times 2 meters times 1.50 meter. So take note, the volume of the septic vault is 11.40 cubic meter. So therefore, if we're going to cross multiply it, we have length is 11.40 cubic meter. Then you're going to divide 2 meters times the depth, which is actually 1.50 meters. So therefore, the length of the septic tank is 3.80 meters. For step 4, the value of L is only for the length of the digestive chamber. we need to determine here the length of the leaching chamber. Divide it by 2. Then add to the value of L. So therefore, L divided by 2 plus L. So the length for the leaching chamber is 3.80 meters. Then you have to divide it by 2 plus the length of the digestive chamber is 3.80. Therefore, the total length of the septic tank is 5.70 meters. For step 5, the proportion of the septic tank could be adjusted by increasing the width a little to shorten the length, or likewise. The depth of the septic tank could also be increased to reduce the length, but in no case be deeper than 1.50 meters. If the value found for L is less than the minimum length of 1.50 meter, adopt the minimum. So this module will discuss plumbing materials, pipes, fittings, and fixtures. Plumbing material, there are numerous kinds of materials for plumbing installation. The most popular of which are the cast iron pipe. Standard as a pressure pipe for transmitting potable water, waste, gas, and sewage. Has been used during the 19th and 20th century. Has been predominantly composed of a gray cast iron tube and was frequently used uncoated. Was superseded by ductile iron pipes, which were developed during the 1970s and 1980s. At present, only few cast iron pipes have been produced around the world. Acid resistance cast iron pipe made of an alloy of cast iron and silicon, installed where acid waste are being discharged. It is brittle. Cast iron soil pipe is the most popular and generally specified material for drainage installation. It is durable, conveniently installed for 25 stories high structure. Commercial length, it is 600 centimeter. There are two types of acid resistant cast iron pipe. SV type, generally used for building installations. XV type, extra duty for underground installations. So there are varieties. The standard pipe, as you could see, the single hub, the double hub pipe, and doubless pipe. Asbestos, it is made of an asbestos fibers and Portland cement, used as soil, waste, ventilation pipe, and downspout, used in the mid 1900s for potable water supply system. The joints are usually grouted and firmly packed with oakum or old hemp, rope soaked in tar with pure lead or cement mortar, not less than 25 millimeter deep. It is well coated. Cement mortar in place of mineral lead for chimneys, having a thickness twice of the cast iron pipe. Superior or embedment in concrete structure, or having the same material and properties. So this is the bituminous fiber sewer pipe. It is the cheapest, coated with bitumen, may be softened or damaged by excessive hot water or chemical flow. Sometimes recommended for house sewer and for septic tank installation. It is light in weight, slightly flexible, which could take slight soil movement without danger of cracking or pulling out from its joint. Bitumen, also known as an asphalt, which is a sticky, black, and highly viscous liquid or semi-solid form of petroleum. Vitrified clay pipe, one of the oldest material used in sewer lines. Made out from clay, cast into length of 75 centimeters, treated with glazing compound, highly resistant to most acid waste. Durable material for underground installation like public sewer, house sewer, or storm drain. It is brittle, not suitable for unstable ground. The lead pipe, one of the oldest plumbing material used by the Egyptian, Greeks, and Romans. It is highly resistant to acid and suitable for underground installation, but it is not used to convey water for human consumption. Galvanized steel pipe, made from mild steel drawn through a die and welded, cast into 6 meters long. It easily corrodes when alkaline and acid water is used to a galvanized steel pipe. Galvanized wrought iron pipe, better in quality than the steel pipe, more resistant to acid waste. Brass pipe, it is the most expensive, made of an alloy of zinc, it is 15%, and copper is 85%. Resistant to acids and has a smooth interior surface, making it suitable for waste and water supply installation. Copper pipe, durable and extremely corrosive resistant, easy to install, smooth interior surface. The classification of copper pipe, K type, is the heaviest, which is suitable for underground installation. While for the L type copper pipe, it is lighter in both rigid and flexible form for residential water supply line and radiant heating installation. While for the N type, it is the thinnest in rigid form for small water supply lines and radiant heating installation. Plastic or synthetic pipe, it is developed in Germany in 1935. Most are produced from synthetic resin. Gained widespread acceptance after it has, in many ways, proven itself as a superior material for cold water supply line and sewer. There are two types. Rigid type, we have the polyvinyl chloride, or known as PVC. We have the hard, lightweight, durable, and extremely popular building material, and is the third most widely produced plastic pipe. Next is the chlorinated polyvinyl chloride, or the CPVC. Is resistant to many acids, bases, salts, paraffinic, hydrocarbons, halogens, and alcohols. It is not resistant to solvents, aromatics, and some chlorinated hydrocarbons. The unplasticized polyvinyl chloride, or the UPVC, has excellent chemical resistance across its operating temperature range with the broad band of operating pressures. The acrylonitrile butadiene styrene ABS is used for the conveyance of potable water. Slurries and chemicals most commonly used for the DWV, or known as drain, waste, and vent applications. The polypropylene random, PPR, polypropylene random, the copolymer with the pipe by extrusion injection molding tube, developed in the early 1980s in Europe using gas polymerization. The styrene rubber plastic, or known as SR, these are rubber pipes coated with styrene to make it smooth and shiny, usually used in sewer and sanitary lines. The flexible type of pipe, we have the polyethylene. The manufacture of this commenced in Australia in the 1950s and is now one of the most popular plastic pipe widely used. Second is the polybutylene. The abbreviation is PB. This is a form of plastic resin that was used extensively in the manufacture of water supply piping from 1978 until 1995. Pipe fitting. We have the cast iron pipe. So we have different forms of cast iron fitting, and the vitrified clay pipe fittings. So here we have a Y branch, a double Y, T branch, the reducer, long radius, 1/4 bend, short radius, 1/8 bend, and the increaser. We have the galvanized steel pipe fittings. Here we have the bushing, the elbows, T. We have the socket. Here we have a male socket, the union. We can also use this one as a nipple, the cup. So this is also the union once again, and the cross T. The cover pipe fittings. Brace pipe fittings. We have a female elbow, street elbow, adapter, cup nut, close nipple, close nipple, female cross, female coupling, female pipe T, female ramp T, hex nipple, hex pipe plug. The hex reducing coupling, hex socket, long nipple, and the reducer bushing or bush. These are some plastic synthetic pipe fittings, the PVC union, male adapter, 45-degree L or elbow, reducing T, complement coupling, reducing adapter, female T, female elbow, female adapter, female copper T, female copper elbow, male cross, female copper adapter, equal T, 90-degree elbow, socket adapter. We have the compression coupling, end cap, male plug, equal cross, high clip, special clip, PVC clip, reducing elbow, PVC flange. So take note, for the PVC flange, we can actually adapt this even in a water closet to mount the water closet to the floor. The plumbing fixture. Plumbing fixture are receptacles intended to receive water, liquid, or water carried waste and discharge them into the drainage system. Water closet is a plumbing fixture used to convey organic body waste to the plumbing system. Types of water closet. We have the pail flush type. This is actually the cheapest, smallest, and simplest form of water closet designed without a water tank. The squat type, another simple type of water closet without water tank and installed flat on the floor. The washdown type flushes through a simple washdown action. It discharges waste into a trap located at the front of a bowl. The washdown type is the noisiest and least efficient. The reverse type flushes through a siphon action created in a trapway located at the rear of the bowl. Siphon jet has a large trapway, making it less likely to clog, and the flushing action is silent than the other types. It retains a larger amount of standing water that mostly covers the bowl interior. The siphon vortex, the flushing action is through a whirlpool motion of water inside the bowl, followed by a flush down of liquid and waste, completely less noisy and very efficient. Direct flush valve type, sometimes referred to as DFV, and installed in places where water supply is sufficient. Acts through pressure action. It eliminates the use of water tank. It is preferred in commercial, hospital, industrial, and institutional comfort rooms for efficient service and ease of cleaning. Lavatory is a bowl or basin for washing face and hands. Forms of lavatory. We have the rounded, square, oval, rectangular, trapezoid, and triangular. Another form of plumbing fixture is the bathtub. Another form of plumbing fixture is the bidet. So bidet much more related to a shower than to a toilet. Although it appears more like as a toilet bowl, it is designed for cleaning the most precious and delicate part of the body. So, especially for the women, may also serve as a foot bath. Another form of plumbing fixture is the urinals, and last is the kitchen sink.